The mirror is an object we encounter every day, seemingly simple and ubiquitous. Yet, its invention and evolution represent a fascinating journey through human history. It's a story of ingenuity, craftsmanship, and the enduring human desire to see ourselves and the world reflected. This evolution didn't happen overnight. It was a gradual process, unfolding over millennia. There is no single inventor credited with creating the mirror as we know it. Instead, its development involved numerous cultures across different eras. From the earliest natural reflections to the sophisticated surfaces of today, the mirror's story is intertwined with technological progress and changing societies. It reflects not just our image, but also our history. The very first mirrors were not manufactured objects at all. They were likely natural phenomena that early humans observed. Long before tools were shaped for reflection, still water provided the first glimpse of self. Humans in the Stone Age, and perhaps even earlier hominins, would have seen their likeness in pools, lakes, or even large puddles. These natural mirrors offered a basic, often distorted reflection. They were imperfect, easily disturbed by wind or ripples. Despite their limitations, these watery surfaces provided a fundamental understanding. They showed that an image could be cast back, offering a rudimentary sense of self-image and the concept of reflection itself. This simple observation was the starting point. The desire for a more stable and reliable reflection led to the creation of the first manufactured mirrors. These emerged in the ancient world, marking a significant technological step. The earliest known examples date back thousands of years. Around 6000 BC, mirrors made from polished volcanic glass, known as obsidian, appeared. These have been found in Anatolia, in what is modern-day Turkey. Obsidian could be polished to a reflective surface, offering a dark, albeit somewhat unclear image. Obsidian mirrors were inherently fragile due to the nature of the material. They were also limited in size and provided a reflection that was far from perfect. Nevertheless, they represent humanity's first deliberate attempt to create a reflective tool. A major advancement came around 4000 BC with the development of polished metal mirrors. These were typically made of copper or bronze. Such mirrors began to appear in advanced civilizations like Mesopotamia and Egypt. Metal mirrors were significantly more durable than their obsidian predecessors. They could be polished to a higher sheen, offering a brighter reflection, though still often distorted or hazy compared to modern standards. Crafting these required skill in metallurgy and polishing. These early metal mirrors were not common household items. They were difficult and expensive to produce. Consequently, they became symbols of status and wealth. Owning a polished metal mirror indicated high social standing. Evidence of their value is often found in archaeological discoveries. Metal mirrors have been unearthed in the tombs of the wealthy and powerful in ancient societies. They were considered precious possessions, sometimes even included in burials. Their use was likely limited to personal grooming for the elite, or possibly for ritualistic purposes. The quality of the reflection varied greatly depending on the skill of the craftsman and the purity of the metal. The development of glass mirrors marked a truly significant step in the mirror's history. While metal mirrors were an improvement, the potential for a clearer, brighter reflection lay with glass. Early experiments with glass for mirrors began in the ancient world. The Romans, known for their advancements in glassmaking, experimented with creating glass mirrors. However, their early attempts were not particularly successful in producing high-quality reflective surfaces. They often involved backing glass with lead or other materials, resulting in poor, dark reflections. For centuries after the Roman era, progress in mirror technology was slow. Metal mirrors, particularly those made of polished silver or bronze, remained the standard, especially in the Islamic world and parts of Asia where metalworking was highly advanced. A major breakthrough occurred during the Renaissance in Europe. The center of this innovation was Venice, specifically the island of Murano, already famous for its high-quality glassmaking. Venetian craftsmen began to perfect the art of making glass mirrors. The key to the Venetian success was a new technique for backing the glass. they developed a method using a tin-mercury amalgam. This process involved laying a sheet of tinfoil on a flat surface, covering it with mercury, and then carefully floating a sheet of glass onto the liquid amalgam. As the mercury and tin reacted, they formed a reflective coating that adhered to the glass. This method produced mirrors with a much clearer and brighter reflection than ever before possible. The glass itself also needed to be of high quality, free from bubbles and distortions. The Venetian Republic fiercely guarded the secrets of this process. Mirror makers on Murano were forbidden from leaving the island, and revealing the technique to outsiders was punishable by death. This secrecy allowed Venice to maintain a near monopoly on high-quality mirror production for centuries. Venetian mirrors were highly prized throughout Europe. Their superior clarity and the ability to make larger sizes made them incredibly desirable. They were luxury items, affordable only by royalty, nobility, and the wealthiest merchants. These mirrors transformed interiors, making rooms appear larger and brighter. They became important elements in art and fashion, allowing people to see themselves more accurately than ever before. The demand for these mirrors fueled the Venetian economy. Despite Venice's efforts, the secret eventually leaked out. In the late 17th century, French manufacturers, notably under the patronage of Louis XIV's minister Jean-Baptiste Colbert, managed to replicate the Venetian process. This led to the establishment of the Saint-Gobain factory, which would become a major player in glass and mirror production. The spread of the technology, though initially slow and fraught with industrial espionage, gradually made glass mirrors more accessible. However, the tin-mercury process had significant drawbacks. Mercury is highly toxic, posing serious health risks to the workers involved in manufacturing. The next major leap came in the mid-19th century. In 1835, German chemist Justus von Liebig developed a process for depositing a thin layer of metallic silver onto a glass surface using a chemical reduction of silver nitrate. This silvering process was much safer than the mercury method. Liebig's silvering technique laid the foundation for modern mirror manufacturing. It produced mirrors with excellent reflectivity and clarity. This process, with subsequent refinements and the later use of aluminum, became the standard for producing mirrors on a large scale. The industrialization of mirror production in the late 19th and 20th centuries made mirrors affordable and widely available. They transitioned from being exclusive luxury items to common household objects. This accessibility had a profound impact on society, influencing everything from personal grooming habits to interior design and architecture. From the shimmering surface of a natural pool to the polished obsidian, the gleaming bronze, the clear Venetian glass, and the chemically silvered surfaces of today, the mirror's journey reflects humanity's persistent quest for self-perception and technological mastery. It is a simple object with a complex and fascinating history, continuing to reflect our world and ourselves. If you discovered something new today, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating historical insights